Hello everyone, good morning. Once again, I welcome you all to my video. This is the lecture number 2 of class 9. So, in the previous topic, I had talked about the introduction part, that is the multicellular, unicellular, prokaryotes, eukaryotes. So, today we are going to talk about the components of the cell. What are the components of the cell? What are the functions of that components? So without wasting any time, we should start this topic. So today we are going to start the components of cell. As in the diagram, you can see that mainly cell is having three components. That is, first the plasma membrane, second the cytoplasm, and the third is the nucleus. So in this topic today we are going to cover up the plasma membrane. So what is plasma membrane? Actually, plasma membrane is a selectively permeable membrane. I am repeating, plasma membrane is a selectively permeable membrane. So there is a question comes that why it is called selectively permeable membranes, and the selectively permeable membrane means it will allow some of the particles to get in, but it will not allow some of the particles to get in. Getting my point? And it is the outer covering of a cell, that means it also protect the cell from damages. So as I have told you all that it is known as selectively permeable membranes. That means it allow some of the particles to enter and some of the particles to get out. So what is this selectively permeable membrane? That means it just allows some of the ions or some of the molecules, just like potassium, water, carbon dioxide, all these things. So let's see the structure of plasma membrane, how it is made up of. Here we can see the structure of plasma membrane, the zoom version. So we can say that basically plasma membrane is made up of bilipid layer. That means it is made up of two layer. So in this one is in the upside and this one is in the downside. So it is known as bilipid layer, and it is also made up of fatty acid tail. See the upside, if we see the upside one, it is made up of phosphate head. First is phosphate head, and the tail side it is fatty acid tail. The upside is phosphate head, the tail is the fatty acid tail. And it is also having two types of protein. First is peripheral protein and second is integral protein. So you can see that this is a protein written, so where it is marked, it is marked this one, the pink color is the protein. So what is peripheral, what is integral? Actually peripheral means that is present side by side, so it is peripheral. And the integral means that is present inside the plasma membrane. That means what you can see, this structure which is embedded, it is integral protein. So who discovered, now this question comes that who discovered plasma membrane? Actually plasma membrane was discovered by C. Nagley and C. Kramer. So here we can see the structure of plasma membrane, and just we are talking about the discovery of plasma membrane, that was discovered by C. Nagley and C. Kramer. So before discovery of plasma membrane, there were different theories about the plasma membrane given by some scientists. So today we are going to read about two important theories about the plasma membrane, which was called as sandwich model and fluid mosaic model. So let's see. whatever I was calling that sandwich model, it is also known as unit membrane model. It was discovered by Davidson and Robertson. So it was named the sandwich model because the lipid layer which is present in that model is just embedded by the protein layer, we can say. So it was named as sandwich model. Now the fluid mosaic model was discovered by Sanger and Nicholson. Okay, so whatever we have just seen just few seconds ago, this diagram, this one, the main one. So this was discovered by this was known as fluid mosaic model and discovered by Nagli and Kramer. So let's see the transportation by diffusion. Now the question comes, what is diffusion? Diffusion means the movement of molecules from a higher concentration to a lower concentration is known as diffusion. If you see in statistics, if you see the movement of the gases, that means from a higher concentration when they are started spreading, that means they are moving toward the lower concentration. That is the movement of molecule from higher concentration to the lower concentration is known as diffusion. Now we will see the work of diffusion in the plasma membrane. So here we are having a solution. So see, when a cell is placed in a salt solution, one of the three things can happen. The first thing, that is, if the cell is placed in a medium surrounding that as having high water concentration, then the cell will gain the water by osmosis. That is known as hypotonic solution. I am repeating again, if the medium surrounding the cell has the highest water concentration, then the cell gain the water by osmosis, and this is known as hypotonic solution. The second thing we are having, that if the medium has same water concentration as cell, so there will be no net movement of the cell. So it is known as, this solution is known as isotonic solution. So first we are having hypotonic, second we are having isotonic. Now third one, if the medium has lower concentration of water, then the cell loses water by osmosis and they will start shrink. Such solution is known as hypertonic solution, where the cell is losing their water. That means the net movement of the water will be toward the outside. So it is known as hypertonic solution. So here we have finished our today's topics.